Welcome to the Coca-Cola Arena, Dubai's home of live entertainment.
And selling then at 24 crore and 75 lakh.
The 2024 Indian Premier League auction has been hosted overseas, in Dubai. Not only in cricket, but this is the first time that auctions or drafts are being hosted outside of the country. But suddenly, why did the auction take place in Dubai? Is it merely another auction or something more than that? Bear with me, I'll explain. India and UAE both share a special relation from the age-old times, especially economic and cultural ties.
This is a place that has had close historic relations with India for not for decades, but for centuries, for millennia. And now that partnership is really what is being built upon.
Earlier, we have seen IPL matches being hosted in Dubai or Sharjah, or even matches of the T20 World Cup whenever it was not possible for India to host. But that was during the pandemic in which India was severely affected, or due to general elections. This time, it is somewhat different. Previously, BCCI had said to take the auction even to London or Istanbul, but it didn't work out eventually. And in the last few years, UAE has emerged as an auto choice for Indian Cricket Board. Now the question is, why not other countries? The reasons are apparently simple. UAE boasts world-class cricket stadiums and business venues with excellent facilities for players and stakeholders, and the place is easily accessible from India too. Even the country, especially its capital Dubai, falls under the low tax regime, so it naturally becomes an attractive destination for hosting a mega event or an entire tournament. Moreover, 30% of UAE's total population belongs to Indian ethnicity, and as a result, matches saw plenty of support for India. So it kinda became a second home for Indian cricket. Also, to tell you about the relations between two nations in terms of trading, UAE is currently India's second largest export destination after China and US, while India is UAE's highest exporter, and the two-way trade between these two countries grew to $84.5 billion in the financial year of 23. Moreover, having mutually signed a comprehensive economic partnership agreement in 2022, in simpler terms, a free trade agreement, the relations are likely to be stronger with time. So, in a way, it makes sense that IPL auction was bound to be held at Dubai, if not in India. But wait, there is something more related to this mega event. As a matter of fact, IPL is actually becoming a pawn in the grand scheme of things, particularly in the Middle East region. A few months back, Saudi Arabia wanted to buy a stake in the IPL while proposing to invest $5 billion at a total valuation of $30 billion. Unless you have been living under a rock, you already know that in last couple of years, they have already invested in all kinds of sports, including football, boxing, golf, racing, esports, and is likely to become the next global sports hub. IPL recently have become second most valuable sports league in the world, and likely to overtake NFL in the next 10 to 20 years in terms of valuation. The potential is sky high, and everybody wants to have a piece of the pie. Besides, the geopolitical landscape is shifting towards the east, and so every major countries in the Middle East want to have a geopolitical dominance. With the trend of reducing the usage of fossil fuels, Middle Eastern countries can no longer depend only on oil and natural gas export. So sports and entertainment is becoming the new oil. If you are interested in sports and geopolitics, you can check this video later on how Saudi Arabia captured every major sport and why they are actually doing this. However, coming back to the video, currently UAE and Saudi both wants to grab the limelight, and due to ongoing political tensions, they already have a fallout.
The United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia seem to be drifting apart, while Yemen war and oil production are being reported as the latest flashpoints. Their differences go way deeper than that.
What are they fighting about? Leadership of the Arab world and the Gulf.
Saudi thus far has a head start in sports sector and grabbed the attention of the whole world, while UAE missed the opportunity, so they wouldn't have liked to lose a cricket extravaganza. BCCI is already planning to launch a T10 league like Abu Dhabi T10 League, and UAE reportedly wants to buy a percentage of that. But if Saudi do actually invest in IPL, we might not witness any further involvement of Indian cricket with UAE. Among these uncertainties, hosting the IPL auction might have been the perfect opportunity to strengthen the ties between two countries and burnish Dubai's image as the epicenter of global business and tourism hub, mostly for Indian people. On the other hand, BCCI wants to globalize IPL, and amidst the most dynamic market ever, hosting the auction in the Middle East will definitely bring in tons of new sponsorships and global exposure. And IPL will be on its way to one of the most premier global brands. The event has in fact put India's cricket culture and entertainment industry on the world stage, showcasing its soft power. Speaking of cricket culture, around 56% residents are from Indian subcontinental region, so cricket is pretty much popular there. In future, we might even see 2 or 3 IPL matches being hosted in Dubai or Abu Dhabi every season as a part of the international series like NFL does. For now, we'll just have to wait. To conclude, the auction might have seemed just about players and bids, but in reality, the stakes go beyond cricket. A calculated play in the grand game of money, politics and power, which may shape the future of the tournament, along with the narrative of the geopolitical influence in the dynamic landscape of the Middle East.